Hey guys, Matthew here, and believe it or not, I have found time where I can plant some strawberries. These are the last of the 100 I'm going to plant. These are Ozark Beauty, available from Gurneys. And I've already planted, what are these? Eversweet, Jewel, what's the fourth variety? I can't remember. Sparkle. And I've got some figs and blackberry cuttings that I've taken down there. Of course, this is the rest of my garden before I've gone to weed. At least the peach has started to bloom. So I got squirrels making noise back there, but I'll give you a tour of the garden when I'm done. But let's go ahead and get the Ozark Beauty planted. If you go to the Gurneys website, you will see all the different varieties of strawberries available. And I got 4 and some honeyberry, which I've never seen before. These are honeyberries, supposed to be better than blueberries, which are fighting words. Of course, I had to get 2 of them because you had to get 2 varieties for pollination. I've never grown those. I've never even heard of them, but I saw them in the catalog while I was on hold, so I decided to order some. But these are the bare root strawberries. This is how they come, and I'm just going to get the last of them planted real quickly, and then we'll give you a tour of the garden. I'm just going to push these down in here, and the trays I have are designed probably for doing cuttings. I just like this size, but I'm going to get these started and well established, and then I'll transplant them into the permanent beds. One of which will be right here, which has my apples and pears growing in them. Of course, this is my espalier garden where they're going to be small, and I'm going to train them to grow into a fan-like pattern, or Belgian fence, or Belgian waffles, or I can't think of anything. Oh, Belgian chocolate. There we go. All right, so I'm just pushing the bare roots down into the pots, getting these separated. Come on, separate. And then, of course, the first of them are starting to sprout. Now, for those who have a really good eye for detail, you will see this is one color soil, this is another. I ran out of my sunshine mix, the LC1, and I had to finish it off with my Carolina's Choice tobacco mix. This is what all the tobacco farmers around here start their. They actually float trays. They float their slips, as they call them. That's one that's dead. But it's a really, really fine mix. And I ran out of my normal, and I just didn't want to wait to run down, because who knows when I'll get another chance to do it. These have been sitting in my shed over there, for probably a couple years, but dirt doesn't go bad, so I started the first 3 varieties, and I'm just going to get the last one planted real fast. Hopefully I won't bore you too much with this, but it's something that's not actually lens related. But as these strawberries grow, we'll come back and I'll do another little tour of them. And we'll eat them. That's the best part of strawberries. Of course, once you plant them once, now this little small one I'm planting in the middle, and I'm going to put the bigger ones on the outside, giving them room to spread. I got a mixture of 2 varieties of June bearing and 2 varieties of ever bearing, so I can try and scatter my harvest. Oops, just ripped the top out of that one. We'll put that little one there. But with having a couple different varieties, hopefully it can delay the harvest so they don't all come in at once. Because I really don't cook with them or make jams or jellies, I just eat them fresh. And actually oops, no, I missed one. And because they only sent 25 and there's 15 slots per tray, I'm going to start at this end where the label is at. Ozark, remind me to have plant labels too the next time I go to plant something. That's always frustrating. Are there 2 plants here? Are there 2? Can I divide this? Can I separate and get one more plant out of it? I'm going to, there we go. So let's put this big guy at the end. I'm breaking leaves off everywhere. That's going to be a good one. Hey, this is optical related because strawberries are an excellent source of vitamin C. You hear it with spinach and things like that, but Strawberries, carrots, the same way. Of course, carrots you can get year-round, but strawberries are probably just as good for your eyes as carrots are, but you can only get these certain times of the year fresh, where carrots you can get just about any time. Being a root crop. And I will be growing some carrots in those beds over there, should I have time to. It's a small one. We'll plant him in the middle. Get the bigger ones on the outside. Oops, don't want to pick one that's already been planted. Getting down towards the end. 1, 2, and any more hiding in there? Nope, that is it. Okay, so we will put you on the outside, and we'll put you on the outside. I do want to grab some more soil. Of course, this is the stuff that was coming in. And just fill in these holes. How can I do this? Let's just fill them on top, and then I'll pull the plants upward. So what are you guys going to plant? Type in the comment section. Put some links to your gardens as well, so I can see what everyone else is growing. You can put links to you cutting lenses too. I'll watch that. Quite intrigued. I've actually found one seller on the internet who's using my pictures. Although Reed out of Sanford, North Carolina has found that for me, because he is such a great detective. He knows my photos by now of all the products that I offer, and he saw them on someone else's site, and I guess I should be flattered that someone else is using my photos. Oops, come on, little one hiding in there. Okay, just dust them off here, pat them down around that. Of course, I'll give everything a good watering later on. And for those who are really in the know will recognize this table as an ebb and flow table, or some people call it a flood table, where you can have usually have a reservoir underneath, and you would have a pump, and the water comes up, floods the table, and has several inches of water before it drains back down through the little holes or plugs here in the end. Of course, these are something I built. These are my PVC pipes, where it comes in a 10-foot section. This is a 6-inch pipe, and I drilled 2-inch holes spaced. Let's see, that one was probably 6 inches. This was 8 to 9, giving a little bit more. But this one had some green beans and other things, but a Deer Park water bottle will fit inside. I took a thumbtack and poked holes in the bottom, and of course nothing but soil that's inside here. But every day I fill this up with, this isn't quite a gallon, just shy of that, but I would fill this up, and with the holes in the bottom it would drip down to all these plants. The only reason I put a little cross on the end, it makes it easier to pick this up with one hand and pour water in the other than just trying to grab this whole thing. But it looks like a little torpedo tube, so I call them my food torpedoes. But this one I just crowded a little together, because generally I started this to grow lettuce. There's actually a little stake in the ground that I hammered into the ground right there that supports it so it doesn't fall over. But I just have a cap on the bottom with a hole drilled out, and if I'm lucky enough to find that hole again. Oh, where are you? Where are you in a heavy tube? Come on, get back on there. Get back on there. They never make you proud when you want. But north is right behind me, south is this way, let's see, east and west. So the plants are on the north side for a couple days, so I would just go in and every couple days just rotate it. So the plants that are growing on this side will get full sun the next couple of days. Of course, let's see. Forgive my mess. I have not come out and cleaned up the garden yet. We have pears on the ends. Actually, let's see here. Are these the pears? No, these are apples. I will get some. Nothing but apples growing in these beds. My red bud tree that I didn't want to cut down. Of course, other various fruit trees. These are the pears that I will get planted. Some more cherries that are just now starting to bloom. I have a row of blueberry bushes here, and these are just now starting to bud out. So part of the rows of strawberries are going to go in these raised beds here. The others are going to go in this mound of blueberries, which I will mound back up. These are other raised beds that I built. And get in here with the tiller and weed all this, but of course my tomatoes and peppers were in here last year, and there's still the landscape fabric to keep the weeds out, but that didn't work well. I got in here and I weeded this one so far. And then I'll do some more. These are my berries. Of course, I did the same thing, this little herb tower, but I actually put herbs in this one. I put 4-inch holes or 3-inch holes because most of the herbs come in the larger packs. This looks like it was sage, and they just died over the winter, but I'll replant these. But my entire herb garden in one spot. This is my asparagus bed that I need to weed because this is the first thing that's actually going to come out and grow. But all my different, and then of course more strawberries, the ones I was just planting, are going to go in this row here. Here are my red raspberries, and of course the little thorns that you see on the raspberries. My dogwood tree that's in the middle, and my nice old red bud on the end. But then I've got my thornless blackberries down here. These are doing great. Incredible blackberry. I'm actually thinking about pulling up the rest of the raspberries and just planting nothing but these thornless blackberries. These things get huge. They're about this big around. Of course, my creek that runs next to my garden, that if need be I can always take the water out and put it in my water tanks down there. And I have some grapevines that are done. They're at the base of here. They're going to sprout up this year, and I'm going to grow them on. But just more raised beds, so I may turn these into flowers, who knows. But I'm going to do one row of tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant. I did them in this row last year, but every year I stagger them so that no soil-borne diseases can build up. And I'll just grow the other stuff, probably some melons in one of these beds. My longest one is this one, so probably watermelons, cantaloupe, honeydews in this one, and then beans and the squashes and the usual stuff down in those. My burn barrel, everyone needs those for bank statements and everything else. Of course, these are my water barrels. The 55-gallon one is never enough, so I've got the 300-gallon one that drains off the gutters off the shed, and a decent rainfall will fill this up. I actually want to put a deck and have a humongous one here, raise it off the ground to get better water pressure. And yes, deer fence going all the way around because I feed the deer every night. Yes, I'm one of those. But the wife likes them. That's right, I'm talking about you, honey. And we've got some seedless Concord grapes that I will plant here as soon as these start to sprout this year. And of course, fig and blackberry cuttings that I did because I have to do that every year. And the strawberries that you have seen me plant. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed watching it. Send me pictures and videos from your gardens, and I will update these as everything starts to bloom. But it is Wednesday, March 25th, of course, 6:30 in the evening, 62 degrees here in Durham, North Carolina. And every month I will put more and more pictures up there so you can see as my garden starts to grow. And of course, as the trees in the background come from their winter slumber and they wake up and it's nothing but a lush green garden back here. So that's it, and hopefully everyone has got the chance to see how I'm going to bring that love and feeling back to gardening. Thank you.